Ruthie. Hi everyone. Hold on. Pull up the cam. Come here, Harley. Here we go. Hey everyone. Sorry for the late notice. It's been a busy day. Just to be here shortly. Oh, she's starting to chitter. We've got an update on our brothers that I'm waiting to get permission to post on Facebook. But I can read the email shortly. You may not have heard, but Harley's brothers had to be returned to the shelter because their existing dog was showing some aggressive behaviors towards the cats. And even though they'd seen a trainer and tried that route, it didn't work. So they did the right thing and they sent the boys back. And they got adopted into Just as an Amazing Home. Abby, like, I want to play. Let me pull up the email. I guess I can read it now. Let's see. I'm going to read it again later. The furries are settling in and making friends. The brothers love each other so much but wrestle fiercely. Maya, their existing dog, is not stalking quite as obsessively, stalking by just, what are you? And they are defined but not afraid of her. She is allowed to lick them. The kitties let the dog lick them, including their faces. They have the run of the house and are individually deciding on their own private spots. They snuggle delightfully in bed and play with Maya comfortably now. We are the luckiest people alive. They go to the vet on the 15th and will ask about their eyes. They have pre-existing goopy eyes. So Maya is an old German Shepherd that is fascinated with the boys. And their previous adopter, let me see. Oh, they're just talking about food. You just gave her the update on the boys.
Sure.
I'm good for now. Thank you.
I heard you reading it. Hi, how's the bumbles? Did you tell everybody about your litter box adventures?
What happened in the Kit Kat Playroom there, Karate Joe?
Sissy's sleeping. She's trying to keep her eyes open while she watches for rats.
Ruthie came in, went back out.
Oh, she's looking at her.
Yes, I'm talking about you, Ruthie.
And Chilean. Hi, Chili Butt. Oh, you know the two of them are gonna.
Harley's starting to chitter at the dot. You gotta work on that speed. Take some lessons from B. That B runs into walls too, so. And B had a little bit of a fright. I have a thick plastic glass, one of those on my bedside stand, and B jumped from the headboard to the dresser top, slipped, came down. Her head hit the straw, the thick plastic straw, broke the straw. Fortunately, it did not break her head.
Looked like it poked her eye out for a minute.
But she's fine. Eyes are too.
Mm-hmm. Hi, everybody. Bye, BB. Hope your meeting goes well.
Bye, B. No spilling my coffee. Come here, Ruthie. She's like staring around the corner of the door in the bedroom. Come on. Come to Daddy. She's got a common collar too, but she wears hers like a necklace. She popped it down to the very last one, so it's just barely hanging on. It's a breakaway collar.
She gets it off once or twice a day.
Her and B have been doing much better.
Can we come up here?
See, like a month ago, these two wouldn't have been able to do that.
Come on. Come on. Good girl. So we've had 6 cats to the vet in 7 days. Last week I'll try to talk slow. Last week we had Dorian and B in the morning, and they stayed the day. And then the afternoon, Penny and Libby came down. And then we all left, and 4 cats, and the 2 of us came back. And so Dorian had 2 masses removed out of his mouth. Turns out they were calluses and not cancer, so that's great news. And normally it's something that does happen when you have teeth rubbing against gums. So like you've extracted one teeth on the bottom but none on the top, and they get calluses. But he has no teeth, so it was kind of weird how it happened.
Maybe it was gum rubbing gum.
Yeah, or how he's chewing or whatever. And the weekend before that, he stopped eating. Like, we were really debating what the time. He just stopped eating, barely moved. It was kind of nerve-wracking to know if we should still have the surgery or not. But we did, and then he came home, and right after the surgery, he perked right back up and is better and doing better. He's still very wobbly. And then B, we had there for the day to do a urinalysis because she has urinated around the house once or in 2 weeks, or not a lot, but enough to be like, okay, is something going on?
We think it's just this. We noticed that before Jess moved in, she didn't really do that, and
we don't know for sure.
Yeah, the house was in pretty poor condition, but the litter type got changed from clay to sweet premium. And
a wheat litter.
Yeah, wheat based. And we put in a couple boxes of clay back in.
Well, no. We put 1 box of clay back in.
Oh.
John doesn't know. I love when you're talking about stuff you don't know about.
I thought you did do 2 boxes.
No, we've only done 1. And so, anyway, in talking to the vet, because her urinalysis came back completely normal, and her concentrate is normal, we just talked about it and decided that maybe it's... What are you doing? The litter... It might be that the litter substrate is not to her liking. So we decided to put in a Tidy Cat, which, by the way, I hate Tidy Cat. So I complained, and I now have to wear a mask when I do the 1 box. And she has not urinated, knock on wood, after, and she's been using the tidy cat litter only, except for one other litter to poop in. So hopefully this is under control. But
sorry, Trillian.
I'll never win. Like, I know I'll never win. I'd rather have a cat. Oh, hello. A cat using tidy cat than a cat peeing around the house. So I'll have to suck it up. So we now have 11 cats.
Yes, I did, Karate Joe.
We have 11 boxes around the house. And actually, it's nice. I like having 11 boxes because they don't all get overwhelmed and they last longer. I haven't tried the dust-free litter. Catherine, if you have one that's a tidy cat, let me know. I just quickly ran out to Fred Meyer's to grab a new box and a thing, a jug of tidy cat. But my concern with her is that she's so sensitive that I don't want to make any major changes. I really don't want her peeing around the house. But if you have suggestions, I'm always welcome. I always welcome them. And so Penny went down to get looked over. Her shots were up to date, and her teeth are fine. So she just really got a mani and pedi, and then she got the A-OK. And then, we took 7 cats now I think about it. Libby is, we're trying to do all wet because she's throwing up a lot of dry. It's not working out so well. But she got a full clean health update, health checkup. And then on Friday, we took Nakia to the vet to get her butt anal glands squeezed. So
that's a monthly thing, every 1 or 2 months for her, probably for the rest of her life.
Yeah, we probably went a little longer. We did like 3 or 4 months. So, and then Wednesday, we took Eddie and Ruthie down to and Eddie's blood work came back and they're perfect. And Dr. Marshall was extremely happy to see how well he's doing. So that was great. And what did you get done, Missy? Oh, she got a checkup because she's on steroids. And so none of the 7 cats need any dental work, which is very exciting. And they all are looking really good. And Ruthie was very, very dramatic yesterday.
You're good, Ruthie.
She's not going to do anything to you.
Not me that I'm worried about.
I'm talking to I'm telling Ruthie that Trillian's not going to do anything.
Uh-huh.
How did you know we were up here, Eddie? So lots of vets and money, but super excited everyone's doing really well. You use Scoop Away Multicat that is scent free, and you can get big bags of it at Costco. Okay, good to know, Julie. Oh, I'm gonna have to look at the dust free. I mean, it's not so much dust, it just has a really weird smell to it. And so we had to set up a air purifier next to it because I just couldn't handle it.
We put all the paper over there because it was last time we had one of these, it was too noisy, and she's dive bombing the paper.
Which 2 cats? So we've got Ruthie to the right of me, Trillian to the left, Eddie down next to me, and then
Now I got a song stuck in my head.
and behind John is Harley. It's okay. You can't see her. You can't see her.
Dorian's downstairs. I think he's probably napping now. He just ate some dinner.
He's very wobbly. I don't think I would want to bring him up. I mean, we could bring him up. It's just I don't know how he'll do on the floor. You use Multicat.
Looks like he's awake, but he's in bed. Ruthie's moving around. I mean, Libby's moving around.
Yeah, I would love to Lord Fry of Kent do a recycling newspaper, but B is super particular. And of course, everybody now is using the Tidy Cat. Like, Ruthie likes to go in it. The kitten goes in it. I've only seen the 3 of them actually in it. Jillian has her own litter box out in the catio, and she only uses that one. Right, Chili butt?
Tweety butt, Tweety butt. She's got the shaved butt.
Okay, I guess you know. And she's gonna smack me.
Vice President Eddie.
So, is anyone watching new shows? Arm and Hammer Slide. Oh, I think they'll feel better afterwards, ghosties. I know it's nerve-wracking. Simply Perfect litter. Okay, I'll check that out.
Yeah, just with dentals, try not to worry like for 24 to 48 hours afterward because they're probably not going to want to eat that much. But after that, they start to bounce back. I see you, B.
So what's going on with Kit Kat Playroom? I don't know anything about it. Lucy wants to get up. Come here, I'll do it. So she's not gonna be able to get out.
Protesting the hallway. Yeah. Ray getting out of his eating habit is bad.
What'd you say?
Ray getting out of his eating habit
Yeah.
is bad.
Well, hopefully it's just a cleaning and nothing major. And it's just better to do all that stuff when they're young because as they get older, teeth really have an effect on their entire health, long-term life.
Maybe.
I remember talking to when I was doing my internship for the feline behavioralist. I shadowed a vet. She was one of 74 in the country that is a vet and a behavioralist. And at the time, Sylvester was 15 and he needed dental and he was probably going to need some teeth removed. And I was asking her, I said, do you think I should get it removed? And she said, yeah, it's better to do it now at 15, even at 15 than it is like at 17. And getting the teeth removed at 15 could make him live longer, Yeah, I can't wait to hear how that goes, the Serenia, because that's the first time I've heard that before the surgery. It makes sense.
If you're really worried about Ray, one thing to ask your vet about is an appetite stimulant. Maybe if he's really feeling hungry, you'd encourage him to eat, get back into the habit. How's the new job going?
Behind you.
New job's going good. Just still getting everything, getting ramped up to speed.
No,
Come on. Face forward.
It's like kids in the car. Everyone face forward, don't fight. So, I'm sorry, you were saying you're getting ramped up on the job.
Yep. We're talking about the work I'll be doing and trying to get that all lined up. Hey, pretty trails. Pretty trails. Probably it won't be much longer until she gets her annual shave. Same with Libby.
Yeah, we'll try to do it in May this year.
We'll have naked cats running around again.
Yeah, Jeanette, keep us updated on. Hopefully, you can get that guy some help. Injured paw. She has a cat in her backyard that has an injured paw. Oh, nerdy foster mom. Thinking very positive thoughts for you. Hopefully you can get something soon.
Kitten o'clock. Thank you about the bench. We actually did it ourselves. We got a raw slab of wood and primed it, did the legs and everything else. I think this the UW or University of Washington had an old cherry tree that they had to take down. A beloved cherry tree they took down because of beetles infesting it, and this is part of it.
Yeah,
Came from that tree.
He said he was alumni were like in the East Coast asking them to get some of the wood and like of the tree.
An old professor that used to teach there wanted a big chunk of the tree.
Yeah.
Fortunately, even though it's like it kills the trees, but it gives the wood an interesting blue tint inside.
Well, it puts holes in them too, yeah. And then it puts little, like over here, where it died, where the tree was dying from the beetles, it has little, interesting to show it, but yeah. We got a piece that doesn't have too much of it on there. Yeah, so the boys, did you tell them the boys' new names?
No, I didn't.
So
that would be Dodger and Sneaker's new name.
Magnus. And
something else we can't pronounce.
Let's see. I got another. She wrote back tonight. Let's see. That's so cute.
Yes, Catherine. This is actually a scratching pad. It says seal of the President of the United Cat States. And there's a cat on the icon. Tortoiseshell. No, calico. Actually, it's a mix. There's orange, calico, not calico.
Okay, so their names are so Snickers is now Magnus. What is it? Magnus. And Dodger is EKSEL. AKSEL.
Like Axel?
Axel, and it's Norwegian names. And the dog, the German Shepherd, who's 12 and has no teeth, is named Mia.
So it's good to know that they didn't get any fear of dogs from the previous adopter.
No, actually she wrote tonight saying they are settling in so sweetly. They have the run of the house except when Mia, the dog, eats. They try to eat from her dish while she's eating. Lucky she doesn't have any teeth. They hop into bed with us and cuddle under the covers. They have chosen their own favorite snooze caves. Their meows are so cute and different. And then they have an appointment on Monday to see the vet. And Mia went to the vet today. And the vet's super excited to meet them. And then she said, and she included the past, so the new mom and the former mom are emailing back and forth together. And so she just wrote to the old mom, the former mom, and then us saying, we feel like we're blessed with the sweetest and craziest kitties ever. Thank you both for all the love you gave them and forming the kitties they have become.
Yeah, like we know that they're awesome. We got one of them with Harley. Yeah, it's great. It's like the new adopters and the previous adopters are like carbon copy, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They both have a dog, and yeah.
Yeah, they're just really good boys. So like Axel, but maybe, I don't know. Inksel? I have no idea. Yeah, I think it was really important. So the first adopters had 2 young sons, and one of them became very Did she just hit herself?
She ran into the wall.
She's very klutzy.
She was looking at the dot and not where she was running.
Yeah, exactly, like co-parenting. But I think it was really important to the first adopters because they didn't want to give the boys up. They only felt like it was in their best interests to find them new homes because their dog was just not accepting them. And so the boys, the human boys, sorry, the two young sons, really kind of had a hard time coming to terms with that. And we got pictures, like this, the boys were drawing pictures, envisioning them in their new homes, and I think this has given them the first adopters a lot of peace and love and just peace. I think it's really so. I'm really glad that we were able to connect them. Yeah, Bee's been very klutzy lately, dear. Remember when she tried to jump off the island and slipped?
I think she lost traction with her legs, but still, yeah, she didn't make the jump.
Yeah, exactly, Susie Q. It's such a relief to those first adopters.
Yeah, I think they did. It's like they did the right thing with sending the boys back. It's my opinion that if you adopt an animal into a home with existing animals, those existing animals have priority in case the things don't work out.
Yeah.
They were there first. They have dibs.
Well, and that was a special needs dog. I didn't find out until after the boys went back to the shelter. Their dog, Pineapple, was in a wheelchair, so she has wheels for hind legs, and one that would be nearly. Can't imagine you would want to find her a new home, and I'm sure it would be hard. And but I also wonder if the kittens were too wild for her and made her nervous. You know what I'm saying? And she couldn't, or he, I think it's a he, and he couldn't turn around as fast.
That's possible. I mean, Harley doesn't walk anywhere.
No. She loves chasing every single cat in this house.
And everything else.
Yeah.
Real or perceived. It's like she likes to race us to our destinations, and sometimes she just guesses where we're going and runs there, and then if we don't, she tries to get ahead of us. Earlier today, she ran down the stairs in front of me and turned so fast that she started running up the stairs instead. Then she got 2 steps and was like, "Whoa, what? Something's not right here." And then she turned around and ran the rest of the way down. And we have a landing.
I'm gonna go get Penny. Oh yeah. Good question. 1928.
Now with Richie and Mrs. C, they need ongoing care. They have 2 medicines that they need to take. One, they're pretty much not really medicine, the supplements. One's a type of Fortiflora, probiotic, and the other one is kind of a fiber supplement. And on both of those, they've been having somewhat normal stools. So they would need to keep, probably for a very long time, be on those. Now, the Perfect Pals vet said that they could potentially be weaned later over a long period of time at the discretion of their current vet. For more information on that and what they have to take, I made a post on the Critter Room on Facebook. I have no information about their current status in their new home. Last thing I heard was that they got adopted. We start fostering again soon. Well, we started looking into potentials that are available, but we haven't decided yet if we're open. There's Dorian. Yeah. He's been licking his belly naked.
Can we put him in that, or I'll turn it upside down or something? I'm gonna try to get him. Can you turn it upside down? I don't know. Probably fit in there. Let's see.
Yeah, we have an inbred cat. He's got another slice of bread coming tomorrow so that he can have one on while we wash this one.
I didn't know there's a party going on. B, don't smack her. Okay. Where you going, Darky buddy?
Anybody else watching that Superman and Lois? The new TV show? I think it's called Superman and Lois.
Oh, he found the kibble. I'm gonna let him have some. What'd you say?
I asked if anybody was watching that new Superman TV show.
Okay.
You can watch it on the CW app on Wednesdays. The show airs on Tuesdays.
Oh, did you tell everybody that they did at Dorian's at the vet? What is the picture?
Oh, well, we got to put the picture I posted on my personal Facebook page of Dorian wearing the slice of bread. We sent it to his vet, and like 5 minutes later, it's on their wall permanently. I threw a piece of paper and went behind the thing. You go over there.
Penny was sleeping.
The red dot went under the dresser, so that should keep Ruthie busy. No, she's too smart for that.
Lois and Clark from the 90s. We know that one here?
Oh, yeah, that's one with Dean Cain. I never could get into that.
Oh, really? How come?
Dean Cain.
What do you mean? He's sexy. What's wrong with Dean Cain?
If it's starring, if his name's in the the cover credits, it's guaranteed to be a B movie.
Why? What do you have against him? Is he in anything else?
Lots of other things.
Really?
Yeah. He's like a B movie king.
But he would like be perfect for Superman. I think I watched it. Oh, look at Jordan. I wonder if he needs to go down. Oh, and he's gonna flop down. There he goes. And flop. Oh, Smallville. I've never watched Smallville.
Smallville was good.
I never watched that.
I watched the whole series.
What was that about?
It's about Clark Kent in high school.
Oh, okay. Oh, I might get into that. I might like that. Does he do any Superman stuff then, or?
Not till in later seasons. He was played by Tom Wellington.
See, he said he was good in. Have you ever watched Lois and Clark?
Not really.
Oh, okay. We're gonna watch an episode. We definitely are now gonna watch an episode. Thank you for bringing that up. We need to get to the magicians. We're almost.
Yeah, and it's like she watched a couple episodes of Lucifer, and she's still mixed on it.
I know there's a little bit of he tries to come off as a feminist, like in the show tries to come off as a feminist, but I don't know. I'm just not buying some of it.
Oh, hi Dorian. Over here.
You like books, huh? Kismic. Am I saying that right? Kismusic? Oh, Supergirl we couldn't get into. Is it Kismic? Kismusic? How do you say that?
Yeah, something like that.
I'm into audiobooks, but I have to have audiobooks that are calm for me. My friend has put together this book club, and I they this time they picked a romance, and I still can't get into it. It's called I Need a Life, Charlie Brown.
Let's do the flippies.
No, I'm sorry. I Need a Life by Chloe Brown. And I couldn't get into too much. Let me see his. Whoa! Look at this spot. That is.
Yeah, he's been licking things. There might be some just plasma coming out, keeping it wet.
No, that's all new. Yeah, I think even with this, that wasn't there when we took the picture and sent it to him on Monday.
It was forming.
I only saw this one. I'll show you the picture.
Yeah, he's got a fat fold, so I might have hidden.
I saw a coyote yesterday. Here it is. Okay, let's take a look. This is the picture we sent him. And look. And this one was showing, but not there.
I definitely saw him licking in that area yesterday.
With the thing on?
No, not with it on.
Why is it still wet now?
I think it's just plasma.
And look at his fur just falls right out. What do you mean by plasma? I don't know.
It's just the skin leaking a little bit. That's what makes it form like a crust.
Yeah, so Dr. Marshall doesn't really know what's going on with it. He thinks that it could be skin cancer, or it could be, or a side effect of the cancer he might have. So, but he definitely did not have mouth cancer.
He's like chilling like a boss right now. He's happy as a clam.
And so we're just trying to keep him comfortable where he started doing fluids. He's eating. I don't know, dear. It's weird. So we did get another set of antibiotics. Figured why not? We don't necessarily want to take him back down, and Dr. Marshall doesn't want to do a biopsy of his skin. And we just want to keep him comfortable at this point. I mean, we don't really want to do anything else at this point.
He's old enough and frail enough that just keeping him comfortable. We're not going to go any Herculean efforts to give us an extra month.
Yeah, I think
at his expense.
We decided to do the surgery because we didn't know if that was we didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And we wanted to know.
If it was cancer, or it turned out to be cancerous, it was like we'll probably be saying goodbye shortly. But it wasn't. And he perked right up afterwards. So you're gonna keep on perking up, right, boy? Yeah, he's the last of the cats I adopted when I bought the house.
What are you smelling over there, Penny?
That's where B was sitting. How old's Dorian? He's 17.
I don't smell anything. We can show everyone his belly. Yeah. You don't want to show everything.
You can show the picture.
No, the picture is not.
It's like if I had belly sores, I wouldn't want people all over the world seeing it either.
Yeah, Lord Friedkin, I was trying to be open, as well, like having other people choose the books. So I don't want to be shut out of this, but I'm super picky with. So I'm into mysteries too. I really loved James Corbin. J.K. Rowling's latest mystery series. I really enjoy that.
I've started getting into
Good.
lit RPG.
What is that?
It's like role playing, but it's like D&D, but storytelling. And there's a series called Awaken Online, which I am very hooked on. It's a very good series. It's about simulated reality VR, but it's in the future, so it takes it to a whole new level.
Oh, I like Lee Charles's books on Jack Reacher. That's another one I really like.
I think Dwayne wants to play.
I really like. I'm doing Virgin River, and I think I've done like 20 something of their books. No, 15 of her books so far. I think he's gonna need his thing.
Yeah. Awaken Online, I think, has like 10 books so far, and there's plans for many, many more. And one's coming out next month that I'm looking forward to. Hey, buddy.
So John's a big reader. I'm more of a like doing audiobook with it.
Yeah, I read a lot of Terry Pratchett's books too, a long time ago. I'm also reading through the Forgotten Realms series chronologically. There's like hundreds of books in the series. Sorry, buddy.
My bee comes over here and then she's like, but she's playing.
I'm reading them chronologically in the books universe.
And this is your second time you've read it, though, or is this another series?
This is a different series. I'm reading in between. Yeah, it's like the Wigan Online series. I read it twice.
Oh, that's nice. The lockdowns made us do a lot of things. We got some good news today for us here in Washington. As of the 22nd, we moved to phase 3. Restaurants and everything can open up to 50%.
He's like, I'm playing here.
No, she's not playing. No, that's the problem. Can you move her towards you? Bee's very awkward. She wants to be in the middle of things, but she can't handle it.
Dawn's laying down out in the hallway.
Yeah, Bee's mood has lifted since we put the tidy cat back in as well. I think she went and used it for the first time and then came into the bathroom in the bedroom where John and I were like getting ready for bed. And she's like, meow, 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 meow. Poor girl. She had this crazy woman that she doesn't like move in and change all of her litter boxes. The only positive thing is that I introduced her to wet food.
I can sit there, pet her. She's like, yay! And then she pets her and she's like, I'm out of here.
I give her kisses.
Yeah, it's like
she does not like kisses.
She does not like kisses. It's like I'm stuck on the couch because she's on my lap, and all Jess has to do is walk up and say, "You want kisses?" And she's like, "Nope."
But during dinner time, oh boy, does she love me.
Oh yeah. No, not only is it the wet food, that she allows be on the counter too, which I don't. So she's like, I love you, until she's done eating. Then it's like, you have been downgraded back to peasant status.
That's what I was kind of talking about in the rules thing, is like how cheering you on.
I'm gonna go find Dorian. Take him back
Screaming.
down. I don't think he can handle the stairs.
Where is he? He's in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Oh, 70. Happy cat. That's unfair. Good for you. So I'd love to have a 70s day, but we might get into the 60s. Yeah, B is definitely a unique cat. She's probably one of the most unique cats I've met, and I've met hundreds and hundreds of them. She's definitely in the top 10%. Harley's getting so long and big. What? Up in the high, up in the upper 70s today? Man, I'd love that. Oh, can you escort her out?
Where do you want to go?
Thank you for Ruth. Ruthie sometimes needs an escort. Is Trillian's in there? Is she gonna need?
She's on the bed.
Ruthie said you didn't follow her. She wanted you to go to take her to the. Ruthie and Dad have a routine. Dad didn't finish that routine, so Ruthie was like, "Excuse me, did you do it?"
She's up on the tower and I gave her a switch.
Very good. She fell off the tower the other day. Ruthie. We have klutzy cats apparently. So here, apparently, on opening day for baseball, they can have 9,000 people at the park. And as of April 1st.
And then April 1st will come up and they go, April Fools! Hey,
Upper
Chili butt.
60s, I'd still take that. Now that Ruthie's out of here, Trillian came in.
Yeah, it's B, Trillian, Nakia, and all have interesting relationship with Ruthie. And if any of them gets amped up, I have to basically walk Ruthie places so nobody messes with her. Ruthie will posture, never attack, but will posture. And the other cats take it as she's going to attack, so sometimes they retaliate.
Nakia likes to be on the offense and screams bloody murder.
Once Nakia realized that Ruthie was all meow and no scratch, she was like, I'm going to cut you one.
And Nakia can walk into a room, Ruthie can be 6 feet above, and she'll just sit there.
And then, yeah, Ruthie and Nakia would walk right up to her and just like, I'm going to fuck you up.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I'm going to duck you up.
Usually it's me doing that. Oh, I guess so. So the Blue Jays. Will the Blue Jays then come down here and play, or will the Blue Jays not play at all this year? How will that work? I don't remember how they did it. So here in Seattle, they're going to use the Seahawks stadium as mega vaccination sites, and that starts on Monday. Harley's been spending the last couple of nice days out on the catio for the day. She kind of reminds me a little bit of the boys, Zuko and Twix, because remember how they'd spend their entire days out there?
Yeah.
The March 22nd, I think, will be a year that we picked them up. 22nd or 23rd or something like that. Oh, okay, so they're playing Florida then. I didn't follow that at all last year. Didn't even think about it. Well, I think positive news that as of May 1st, everyone should have access and eligibility to COVID shots. So that's super exciting.
I'm still trying to get my shot through the VA. I had to register on the VA's website, but that in turn, me registering online still has a manual process to be in their system, which is weird. So I'm waiting for that to happen, and then I should be able to schedule a vaccine shot.
Woo!
I've heard that the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is not quite as effective as the other ones, but it's one dose and you're done.
No, I didn't hear that any of that about not. I mean, there's numbers out there, but they all say it's a really good vaccine.
Yeah,
so
it's a
I
good
wouldn't
vaccine.
yeah, I don't know if I'd preface it by saying it's not as
I would
effective.
I would still get it.
Yeah, I think I'd leave that part out. Oh, Copycat, that's so convenient that you can go to Kroger. Yes, John's a military veteran. Kimberly, can you remind me where you're at?
Yeah, I served 7 years in the Air Force.
Yeah, I think so. I think what Ghosties is saying is that there's pros and cons to all of them, and you get whatever you get at this point. It doesn't matter who, what, where, when. Okay, Montreal.
Good night, Jeanette. Jeanette.
Good night, Jeanette. Good luck with your guy in the back.
Yeah, Kimberly, I had the same thought about it. That the COVID vaccine would just become like a flu vaccine.
Yeah.
Everybody should get it yearly.
So I think I shared with most people, my friend's dad had COVID and he had it pretty extreme. And he had it at the end of December and is still kind of recovering and not fully recovered from it. So he's like one of the long tails. And he got his shot on Tuesday and he's had a really hard reaction to it. And so it's kind of scary, which is the first I've heard really of anyone. And it affects everyone so differently. So I would hope in the next few days he's back out of it. And then, from what I've heard, once you get your vaccine, if you have a long tail, you recover a little bit faster and better. So,
I haven't heard of the AstraZeneca version.
That one's in the UK. So they don't have. It's not here. And that one isn't that the one from Oxford? I think that's the one that was coming out of Oxford. Yep, that's what Ghosty says. So it's mostly in the UK, and it'll be mostly, and that's what I think German and Italy are fighting over, or no, Italy and someone's fighting over that vaccine. They're in the borders because Italy doesn't want to send it because they haven't vaccinated their people. I don't know. Where Ghosties is it being manufactured? Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Alice. Hopefully we can get that figured out quickly.
That sucks, Alice. Yeah, yeah.
Austria. Australia. Okay, is it Australia or Austria? I thought it was okay. So the UK and Europe for AZ, Italy will not let it be exported. I didn't realize it was to Australia. Yeah, chicken fish. It's crazy. Like, okay, it's Australia. Oh, I did not know that. I did not know it was Australia. Am I saying that? Is that right? Am I reading
Yeah.
that right? Um, wow. Well, hopefully we haven't, I think the whole vaccine thing is definitely divided, like who's important, who's not important, like who has, privilege left and right. It's really become like somewhat of the Hunger Games. Like it's kind of weird. I'm hoping by May 1st that's all gone away because of it'll be so much and available for everybody. But yeah, it's so sad. I'm hoping that the new, no matter what side of the aisle you're on, this new bill that came out and signed today will be huge for everybody, specifically the lower, middle to lower class incomes. Well, that's great, Ghosties. I'm so glad that it cannot be sold for profit. I'm curious to know when we do get it. Like, I haven't heard anything. How is it? Is there a cost to us, and is it just run through your insurance? I don't know how that works. Like, for example, like all the teachers have to have it by the end of March. I assume they don't have to pay for it, right? Because it's the federal government that's doing it.
That's good, Susie Q. Having a mobile vaccination clinic at zip codes with high rates of COVID and low rates of vaccinations.
Mm.
Usually, those places also have a low number of pharmacies.
Okay, thank you, Susie Q. Free here in the U.S. Okay. Well, the nice thing about the J&J shot is that it can go to any rural, like where there's like it doesn't require a massive. It requires a normal refrigerator. It doesn't require anything severe. So I love that about it. I love that it's a one dose. I love that the two companies are working together. There's still like people like within my circle that still are like really not sure about getting the vaccine. Really tough to know how to talk, like how to share with people like how they should get it.
Like the flu vaccine, it's like it doesn't guarantee that you won't get it, but it will help your symptoms be less.
My mom got her first shot this past Saturday, I think. I don't remember what day it was, to be honest with you. This past week she got it. And she was very tired the morning after and was a little nauseous after she had her first cup of coffee. And then within 24 hours though, she was fine and she was out doing her errands.
Like one thing with COVID is like if you're unfortunate to have like a more severe case with potential lung scarring, there's people out there that spend months in the hospital and they're going to be on oxygen for the rest of their life. If you happen to be one of those susceptible to that, and if you get the vaccine, it may stave off that issue. So, if not prevent you from outright catching it.
Yeah, good luck, copycat, to your parents. I've heard a whole bunch of different things. Some people have been set back for 3 days after their second shot. Others, again, another 24 hours. Others, nothing. It's amazing how much it just affects everybody so differently. But it's still worth getting because it's 3 days versus 2 weeks to 6 months of feeling like crap or ending up in the hospital with a tube down your throat.
My parents were vaccinated, and then my dad had some minor side effects, but they were gone fairly quickly. I think my mom had some too, but to a lesser degree.
I'm always really hungry, so I can't imagine if a shot makes me really hungry. Just lock the refrigerator, put a padlock on it. I don't want to see it.
And this is why we don't do pot.
Yeah. Again, what is it? PG or not? Yeah, Catherine, or ending up in the hospital or worse. It's just not worth it.
I'm looking forward to the hospital staff being able to go back to a pre-COVID staffing. Hi, Penny.
No, I didn't know she left. Libby is such a ghost cat. Like, we didn't even see, we were at dinner. We saw her come up and go out to the catio, but we never saw her go leave the catio. And it's like literally 2 feet from us.
And I'm like literally facing that direction.
She's just like slithers through.
Like we'll be like checking the cams, and we'll be sitting there, and she'll be like slipping all
Yeah,
around us, and we'll be totally oblivious.
I'm probably gonna head out in a few minutes because I still have about another hour's worth of work.
Yeah, that would be a good time to call it quits for the night. So why don't you go ahead, for anybody that joined late, go ahead and read the email update.
But why do I read it?
You're
better at reading out loud.
Okay. Well, first, Richie and Mrs. C were adopted. There's information on the Critter Room about that, and we'll be sharing about Sneaker and Dodgers soon. But we're waiting to get permission.
Oh, she gave permission.
Oh, for the pictures. Oh, okay. And I'll show you guys the pictures. Let's see. The furries are settling in and making friends. The brothers love each other so much and wrestle fiercely. Maya, their old toothless dog,
As German Shepherd.
is not stalking quite as obsessively.
She was, but stalking meaning like she wanted to play with them, like not like aggressive.
And they are defined, not afraid of her. She is now allowed to lick them, even their faces. They have the run of the house and are individually deciding on their private spots. They snuggle delightfully in bed and play with Maya, the dog, comfortably now. We are the luckiest people alive. They go to the vet on the 15th, and we will ask about their eyes. They have some goopy eyes.
They have like herpes that they're just always gonna have in their life.
They had that here.
Yeah, they had it here, but Harley was never affected by it.
And that's just pretty much, the rest is just talking about different foods. Mm-hmm. Let's see the pictures.
These cats have been well loved every home that they've ever gone to. And we love being in touch with Harley's brothers. They're like family to us.
Why don't you go ahead and say their new names?
Why do I gotta say it?
Because I don't have it in the email.
It's so Sneaker is Magnus. And then Dodger is Akesl, like Axel. And they're Norwegian names. I didn't see it. That's Magnus. Did you show them cuddling the first one?
I'm going backwards.
That's Magnus. No, who's that? I can't tell. Is that Dodger? Yes, is it gray and white? The first, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't tell the tone on there.
No, that was Sneaker.
So there was 2 Sneakers?
It's the flare. There
it goes. Okay.
One has a thin flare, the other one has a thicker one.
The thin flare is Dodger.
Yeah.
Did you show the dog one yet?
Yep.
Is that the last one?
That was the first. Yeah, the last one in the email. The first one I showed. And they went back into foster care briefly thought about adopting, or not adopting them, fostering them again, but we decided against it.
Yeah, we aren't. Yeah.
If when Harley was separated, if she showed a lot of interest in the boys whenever she visited, we might have. But Harley was like, whatever, and she was gone. Like, I got this whole house to play in.
With Dorian not being well, we're just still not there. And then John was in the middle of looking for a job, got a job, and then just a lot going on. We decided that fostering, even taking the boys back in the smaller room, wasn't smart. But I did actually talk to their foster mom for those 2 weeks when they got returned. And they loved their names, actually. She's like, oh my God, their names are perfect for their personalities.
Okay, guys, we're about to close up. So thank you again for joining us this week.
Yeah, very good. So next week, St. Patty Day, spring forward on Saturday.
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
So if you're church going, make sure you set your clocks ahead.
Hopefully you're doing it at home though, so it won't matter.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
Maybe it's pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Even if you're not church going.
So all right, guys. Good night.
See you next week. Thank you. Look at Harley. She's like, I'm so dainty.
There we go.